Hi there, Namaste. This video is titled How to Inspire Love in the World. And anyone who is on a committed spiritual path can certainly agree with this concept. We'd all like to see more love and less hate, more peace and less war. And how to go about doing that, obviously, is wide open to interpretation and discussion and a variety of different views and techniques and tactics. There are many, many different ways to create more love in the world, to make the world a more enjoyable, positive, uplifting, inspiring, creative, joyous place to be. And certainly the most fundamental, essential component of doing that is simply to feel love within yourself, and then your actions will reflect that in the things that you do, how you relate with people, what you prioritize, your vision, your perspective, how you treat people. But I just thought that I would throw out there one basic, easy little thing that can help bring more love into the world. And this one is kind of a lesson from the Dalai Lama. Now, even though I am to some extent wary of authority figures, political, religious, etc., because authority figures so often take advantage of their power and their reality does not mesh with their presentation. Barack Obama would be one person that I pretty much feel that way at this point. Pretty let down by his actions, considering the power that he has at his disposal, of basically keeping the American status quo instead of genuinely bringing forth the change that he talked about. But certainly not the first time that a political leader didn't follow through with what he talked about. But despite that skepticism, then I wouldn't say that I am reactionary against authority figures. I do my best to just look at them and see what they're doing and what their genuine values are and what they're bringing forth in the world. And as best as I can tell, the Dalai Lama seems like a pretty awesome guy who treats people with real respect and is doing his best, given his position of authority, to bring about greater peace and love in the world. And so I was reading an article about the Dalai Lama a week ago or so, and it was a really funny article. I'll try not to go off on too much of a tangent here, but it was about his visit to, I think it was New Mexico in the 1980s, in the late 1980s, and it was written by a guy who ended up being his escort of sorts, sort of accidentally. And the culmination of the article was that he ends up going to a ski resort because he just wanted to go and see it and see what it was like and get up in the snow. And it turned into kind of a fiasco because him and his monk friends or whatever ended up getting on the ski lift without skis or anything, and then once they got off, they didn't get out of the way and they got run over by a bunch of other skiers that came along on the next chairlift. But anyway, I digress. So one of the things mentioned in this article was that when the Dalai Lama talks to people, he gives them his full attention. He looks people in the eye and he gives that person that he is talking to at that moment his full attention and affirmation and open-minded, positive outlook and point of view in acknowledging and hearing what they have to say. And this is just one of the basic, most fundamental ways of relating with people, is to genuinely see them as best as you can. And it is simply a matter of reminding yourself to make that effort and to not brush people off, to not be thinking about all kinds of other stuff in your head when you're talking with someone and when they're talking and you should be listening. And in addition to that, to make an extra effort to see beyond a person's surface presentation and exterior, and try to look deeper and see deeper into that person and see the real person behind whatever they might be talking about, or whatever they might be bragging about or complaining about, or whatever it is, than to seek to see some real element within them, and to affirm that, and to see that, and be open to that element of a person coming more forward, and in so doing inspiring them to come more forward with their real self, by being that open-minded and that perceptive and that penetrating, you could say, that you are seeking to connect with the real person there, to see beyond the presentation and the illusions, and to acknowledge their basic human spirit, basically, and in so doing to affirm that person from a place of love and positive outlook, and regardless of what their circumstances may be, acknowledging their humanness and seeking to make that connection with that person of two people acknowledging and accepting one another. There is the phrase or the word Namaste, which has become kind of a real New Age catchphrase, but here I am in India. That is the Ganges River there behind me, Rishikesh, India, with the foothills of the Himalaya mountains stretching off north from here. And so the word Namaste is not a New Age catchphrase. It is the word for hello here in India, hello and goodbye, a just general word of acknowledgement. But it has a deeper meaning. And the deeper meaning of Namaste is roughly, I honor and acknowledge the divine within you. It is that when I am in that place of being within the divine space, of recognizing my own human spirit, and when you are in that same place as well, and we acknowledge each other from that same place of bringing forth the divine within us, when we both connect from that place, then we are one. So that's a little deeper than just hello, but it's what people say constantly throughout the day. So there you go, just one simple little way to put more love into the world, and to affirm the people that you interact with, because that's really where it all starts. So much can go wrong in the course of simple misunderstandings, insults, whether intended or not, simply not really being fully present when you're interacting with someone, so that they take away the wrong impression, they feel disrespected or unacknowledged. And that simple act of just making that effort to really see a person can carry that person, throughout the day, feeling better about themselves. And then there's the expression, pay it forward. They then treat other people in that same way, and that can make a real difference. So there you go. Namaste. Have a good day.